हम आ गए, well हम as in myself and a very very special guest जिनके बारे में मैं आपको अभी बताने ही वाला हूँ। जैसे कि आप जानते हैं कि गर्मियाँ आ रही हैं, बहारें छा रही हैं। It is of course the wedding season which we love to wait for, if not because we get to see, you know, प्यारे से मासूम से जो हमारे जो लड़के होते हैं वो कुर्बान होते हैं शादी के मंडप में। Just kidding, ladies, of course, dulhans look beautiful as well. We get to eat food. I mean, Begani Shadi mein Abdullah Diwana, I'm Abdullah. So I love to go to everyone's weddings and check out all the food that's ready. But of course, for the ladies, there's always more things to check out at a wedding. Kapde hote hain, jewelry hoti hai, purses hote hain, all of that great stuff. And to talk about all of that, we've got someone who knows all about that a little bit better than I do. I'm talking about Madiha Malik. She is the founder and designer behind a lovely brand you need to know about. It's called Dhaagay. Naam pyara sa hai, and of course, Dhaagay are the core ingredient in, you know, creating the right kind of libas for your special day. So I'd love to welcome into our studios talented people like this lady, Madiha. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so Madiha, before we start talking about the big event that, you know, we're looking forward to, let's talk about Dhaagay. How did Dhaagay come to be founded?
Well, I actually moved here from New York, and when I moved here, I realized that I need to buy and wear more Pakistani clothes because we have a big Pakistani community here, and I ran short of clothes. So every now and then, I would just trouble my mom or my sister to send me some clothes every few days. Right. And then I realized that you know, a lot of women living here, they would be troubled with the same thing because obviously we want to wear fancier and you know, flashy clothes all the time.
Especially in this season, right, when weddings come around. So
so that's where I decided that I should just launch something, and I started doing it a little bit because my friends would always convince me that you know, you do good, and plus I went to fashion school in New York. Nice. Yeah, and so they would always be very interested in what I would wear, and they would want me to make those things for them, and I would happily and gladly make, you know, every now and then, every couple of pieces for them. But then I decided, you know, because I wanted to stay home instead of, you know, going out and working, because I'm a full-time mom. And
so that's always a full-time thing. You can never be a part-time mom, right?
Yeah, it's always full-time. So then I decided that, you know what, this is something that I can do, and it's very rewarding. And it's very, I like doing it, so that's why I started on a very small level. But it's just been 11 months, actually 10 months that I've started, and I can't believe the response that I've received from Toronto. It's overwhelming. You know, I sell crazily at my exhibitions. I get crazy orders, and now I am so fully booked that I'm begging people, don't give me any more orders. I can't deal with it. That's a good thing.
Wait, Rosie here, always you know take it with both hands. But
because I want to satisfy my customers, I just don't want to make money out of it, and you know.
Because you're making these outfits yourself, right? That's a question I wanted to ask you really quickly. You could have just done what, you know, a lot of retailers do here, which is go to Pakistan, pick up a few pieces which are already made there, bring them here and sell them. But you decided to create your own outfits. Was there a particular reason as to why you went that route?
Because I like it like that. I want it to be special, and I do custom made for everybody. Right. And because I designed most of the outfits myself, and this is the reason that they're all made in my workshop in Pakistan.
Oh, so you have a workshop in Pakistan? Okay.
I have like a big number of people working there now, and most of them are women, because I'm always supporting women in Pakistan. It's very important because, you know, they don't have much to do. They can't go out, and we have a big workshop now, and most of the women work there. They do a lot of handwork. Nice. Yeah. So we have a lot of talent in Pakistan.
Well, we do have a lot of talent. And I think one of the great things about being a Pakistani woman is the fact that your fashion sense is so diverse, right? You're not restricted to just shalwar kameez saris or sharara gararas, but also, you know, I think with the evolving nature of Pakistani fashion, there is a lot of pants and suits and workwear which comes in. So it's a big spectrum. And what I want to know is, how do you define your sense of style?
Well, just to let you know, because we are Pakistani, it does not mean that we just have to wear shalwar kameez. True. Or as personally me, I just have to design shalwar kameez. I'm actually doing a fashion show with this charity organization called, it's a cancer charity organization, it's called Living Pink, and we have their fashion show at the beach.
Wow.
So I'm in the process of designing beachwear.
Nice.
For that fashion show.
That's awesome.
And down the road, maybe I'll be selling that, or in local stores. Yeah.
Do you ever feel the need to give it an ethnic twist, being a Desi designer? Because every time a Desi designer attempts something like swimwear, which is such a Western concept, they'll always feel the need to Indianize it or Pakistanize it. Put it.
No, because now the fashion industry has completely changed.
Right.
It's we are wearing everything.
True.
We're wearing flowy stuff. We're wearing churidars. We're wearing pants. We're wearing long shirts, short shirts. It's basically everything, a mixture of everything. So we are not just. We can't say that, okay, this is the only thing that we can wear.
True.
Now women are wearing everything, It's
Makes sense.
yeah, and we're designing everything.
True. Now, in terms of Dhaagay, the label itself, what is the range of clothes? Is there a particular kind of aesthetic you go for when you're designing clothes? Is it meant for a specific sort of bracket, as in, like, is it workwear? Is it wedding wear?
No, it's everything. I design everything,
okay.
and it's for all the women. From young girls to our aunts, brides, people who are attending the weddings, formal wear, bridal wear, everything.
So is it a couture label where everything's designed per person, just one piece, or is it like, do you actually get sort of racks of ready-to-wear clothes as well?
No, we do per piece as well, and we also do racks.
Okay.
because at the exhibitions that I do,
it doesn't make sense to actually sort of sit there and be like, "मैं आपकी design बनाती हूँ."
Yeah, that's not. I'm not that creative. I can't just make thousands and millions of designs.
True,
obviously.
True.
So.
How do you define the difference between Pakistani fashion in Pakistan and the tastes of Pakistani women living in Canada or in New York?
It's the same thing. I mean, it's pretty much the same.
Okay.
Whatever we are selling in Pakistan, we basically sell here as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Now that we are so exposed to everything in this world through internet, so there is nothing that that is hidden from anyone.
मुझे पता है क्या लगता है, Madiha? I'm going to sort of touch on a point and tell me if you agree or disagree. I feel as if that when we live foreign में जब हम रहते हैं, whether it's the United States or in Canada or in UK as well, we are almost fossilized in our culture in the sense that people living abroad are try harder to preserve their Pakistani identity than people in Pakistan do. So जो fashion Pakistan में होती है, whether it's workwear, suits, all of that, people are advancing a lot faster in Pakistan, whereas here in Canada, you'll still find mothers telling their daughters, "नहीं, शलवार कमीज ही पहनने हैं या शरारे गरारे साड़ीज ही पहननी है." Do you sense that at all?
No, I don't, because it all depends on how we grow up.
Right.
It's totally wrong to accuse the whole culture.
That's true. It's a generalization. Okay.
Yeah, it's literally not like that. It's the way we grow up, and now we should not be imposing our personal choices or personal likes on our children or anyone. If they don't feel comfortable in certain
outfits,
outfits, they don't have to wear it, because if you're not comfortable, you cannot look good.
Yeah.
You have to be confident in what you're wearing. Let it be anything. Let it be from 70s or let it be from 2012.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Is there a particular sort of style aesthetic that you are inspired by, not in terms of the kinds of clothes, but a design aesthetic? Is there a particular era that you really sort of look up to and go, "I really like the designs from this era"?
I can't really say that, because now, and if you go back in time, everything has its own value, and everything has its own beauty to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
True.
So if you go back in 70s, those things looked good, and you can replace that.
Yeah.
If you go in 80s, you can replace that. Yeah. So I think we just need to be comfortable in what we are wearing, and I think we should not copy one another. That, okay, if my friend is wearing something, and it does not mean that it's going to look good on me,
Yeah, absolutely.
just for the sake of it.
True.
Yeah,
true.
we have to be confident that it's going to look good on us, and yeah.
Absolutely. What is your fashion mantra? If you had to give like 3 tips which every woman can use to be fashionable, what would they be?
Just be confident in what you wear. That's
your
my
one
first,
stop. That's your first
second
one?
and third, all the
There
tips.
you go.
Yes.
And I think that's a great message. I think जो भी आप
Yeah.
करें भाई शान से करें. And I think the शान can only come from inside. ऊपर जितना भी आप लगा लो, makeup, shake-up, jewelry, जो भी हो, if you're not confident on the inside, it always shows, right? So I'm sure you agree
it
with
does.
that.
It does.
Now let's talk about the event really quickly. So there's a big event coming, and I know you've got the name for it because I keep forgetting it. It's Dhaagay and something presents.
It's basically, we named it Vintage Haute Couture of Dhaagay and the Precious Collections.
Okay.
It's basically a one-stop shop for all the buyers.
Okay.
We have jewelry vendor, we have handbags, we have photographer, we have real estate, we have clothing,
nice.
A little bit of everything. We have makeup artist, one of the Toronto's finest jewelry makeup artists. Jewelry is by Precious Collections, by
and
Myra.
And of course, clothes are from
Dhaagay, yes.
So that's exciting.
Yeah, and we always have big shows, big exhibitions where we have lineups of hundreds of people.
Wow.
And now we're trying to organize it because we want our customers to be happy, and we don't want them to be coming to a zoo of hundreds of people, you know, and then they get disappointed. So we have pre-registrations at mybindi.com.
Okay.
Where, you know, our customers can go pre-register and then they can come with the pre-registration to the exhibition.
Absolutely. When is it, the event?
It's on April 29th at Courtyard, Mississauga.
Courtyard, Mississauga?
Yeah.
Awesome. So that seems to be something very exciting. And like you said, mybindi.com is where people can go and actually register before.
Pre-register, yes.
So is there a payment involved when you're pre-registering?
No, there's no payment involved. It's a free entrance.
Lovely. So you so you get your name on the guest list.
And we have a lot of magazines. We're giving out magazines by Brides and You,
nice.
Lavish Dulhan, and we have a lot of free gifts that we give.
Lovely.
We give out coupons for future purchases. Yeah.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
That sounds really exciting.
And these makeup artists and photographers, they're also giving special packages for the events like weddings. Yeah.
Nice. Now coming back to Dhaagay, do you actually sell from a location, or is it purely sort of based from a catalog, or just people
Yeah,
can
it's
order?
based out of catalog. I send out catalogs to my customers every 3 months.
Okay.
Which carry at least 100 designs.
Nice.
And then I also do online ordering.
Okay.
Through my Facebook page, because that's where all my customers go.
And I mean, that's where everyone is these days.
That's where,
har banda Facebook pe aajkal hai.
Yep.
So if people want to find you on Facebook, how do they actually get in touch with you?
People can just search for Dhaagay brand on Facebook, and it's very popular on Facebook, and they can just type Dhaagay. It's with Dhaagay, and they can find it very easily there.
Lovely.
We have hundreds of albums and pictures, and yeah.
So
it has all the information to place the order.
Lovely. And these are all sort of original designs. So it's not like, Pakistan se ye main dusri ye leke aayi hai mere jaisa. You'll only find this in Dhaagay because, of course, they're made by the very talented Madiha Malik. I'm telling you, Auntie ji, jab aap bore ho Facebook pe, just go to Dhaagay, look for it, and then you can click through all the pictures. I know so many Desi girls that do that. My sister does that too, unfortunately. I'm not very proud of admitting it. They go through all these albums, and then they'll be like, Mummy, mujhe aisa chahiye, Pakistan se mujhe la dena.
Yeah.
So it's a great pastime, and of course, it's a great sort of resource to actually find good, proud Canadian designs. I think they're designed in Canada. There's Canadian talent that makes it, and of course, like you said, great workshop that supports some brilliant working women, very, very talented Pakistani women back home in Pakistan as well. So check out Dhaagay, and of course, check out the event on April
29th.
April 29th. The summer vintage collection, is that what it is?
Vintage Summer Haute Couture.
Vintage Summer Haute Couture. And ये Haute Couture H-O-T वाला नहीं है, right? It's H-A-U-T-E. I know this much about fashion. और ज़्यादा नहीं जानता, full on paint इंसान हूँ. But I know how to spell Haute Couture. So thank you so much for joining us, Madiha. I think it's been absolutely fun. And
thank you for having me. It was an absolute pleasure.
Not at all. I think we love meeting talented Pakistani people, and of course, when they look as beautiful as you do, I think it's always more fun. So, bhai, aap kahin na jayega. Madiha se to guftagu wrap up humne kar liya, but there's lots more to talk about. So don't go anywhere. Don't you dare change the channel, Uncle Ji. Hum abhi gaye aur abhi wapas aaye.